African History Month here in Trinidad and Tobago. Join us here on TTT for the 2021 Emancipation Support Committee Republic Bank Virtual National African History Quiz for secondary schools beginning on Sunday, 7th November at 3 p.m. when 10 secondary schools will be competing for the Olabisi Kuboni Challenge Trophy and over $70,000 in prizes. This project is made possible through the generosity of Republic Bank Limited as part of its Power to Make a Difference program.
And if you're just joining us, that ad should have brought you up to speed, but we are getting ready to speak to some incredible young persons, and of course, Zakia Uzumawadada, the Executive Chair of the Emancipation Support Committee of Trinidad and Tobago, as we continue to delve into our African history, this time through the schools. So joining us via Zoom is Zakia, as well as a student who is participating, or would have participated, I should say, in the debate and spoken word competitions, Mr. Delani Knight of the Sawa Secondary School. Good morning to you, Mr. Knight, and of course to Zakia.
Hi, good morning, yes.
I'm jumping right into
Welcome, Delani.
Because we would have come to understand the importance and the necessity of inculcating our African history into our curricula in school, and you guys have taken that mantle and run with it, tackling primary school and secondary school as well. So congratulations on a job well done in that regard.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Yes, it's really important that we understand the society in which we live and the peoples who come together to make this Twin Island nation of Trinidad and Tobago, because the better we understand our history and understand ourselves, the better we are able to appreciate each other. And because so far we have not yet, that kind of understanding is not yet appreciated at the level of the curriculum. We thought it was really important to find a way to share that kind of knowledge and information with our children.
Right.
And Delani actually is a current participant. Yes, their school is in the semifinals, and he is the captain of his school's team.
You'll miss out some accolades on your
The National African History Quiz for the secondary schools is really intended to share that information. We prepare this manual for the children with lots of information, and I have an offer to make at the end of this our interview. And also with respect to the little ones, we do spoken word,
right?
And we recognize that this takes place very close to Calypso History Month, so we always include Calypsonians as part of the renowned Africans in our text, and we also use Tocalypso for the students at this level of the competition, the ones in the primary school. Absolutely. So they actually learn and recite calypsos.
Beautiful. Because I was about to ask for the distinction in the sense of the difference between obviously primary school and secondary. But then that means that the primary school students have almost like a test piece then, where they recite the calypso and then the spoken word is their own originals, I imagine. Yes?
No, we call it spoken word because they are reciting. Not spoken word in the traditional way that spoken word is understood now. Spoken word tends to speak now to your creating and articulating your own ideas in speech. We just say it as spoken word because they do stories, or they recite, or they do Tocalypso. So that is the context in which we use the spoken word. So they are not singing or anything else, they have to speak. So therefore, when we use the calypsos, that's why it is like a form of Tocalypso.
Got it.
But we call it spoken word because it covers a wide, it can also be at times a story, or it could be a poem.
Got it.
So yes.
Well, let me chime in.
And it's not a test piece, they have a choice.
Okay.
We give them a text, and they have about 6 or so calypsos from which they select, and they select which one they want to use.
So let me jump across to the secondary school part of things and speak directly to Delani, because as a current team captain and a participant, you will have the best description as to what that experience is like. So Delani, talk me through a little bit of what the preparation was like for this, without, of course, giving away little tips and tricks to the next team. How has it been?
All right, so good morning, everyone. It's actually been an incredible experience for me. It's actually my second time competing, and I'm extremely proud of my team's performance thus far. Each member added their own personality to the mix of the team, and it was pretty entertaining. I'm currently a Form 5 student, so I definitely had to work on my time management skills, which this competition provided an opportunity to. I had to balance now that we're out to school physically, homework, assignments, tests, and time for learning of the manual. And everyone else had their own responsibility and obligations. So it was really fun to find this time and learn to balance a lot more better. And I'm grateful that everything is working out in my cycle, actually.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's a very positive outlook for something that sounds like just more being added to your plate. But tell me how the manual might have contributed to your actual learning, because there is pertinent information in there that you may not have been exposed to before. So tell me a little bit about perhaps the most outstanding thing you've come across in that manual.
So the quiz is truly incredible because not only are we learning African history, but we're learning new things about our very own country that I didn't even know before personally. We're also learning things that were not taught in the school on the curriculum. The quiz is very exceptional. I've learned about actually the whole rise and fall of the Ghana Empire, which was absolutely amazing. The march that our country had, led by the Emancipation Support Committee.
The Black Power Revolution. Yes,
the Black Power Revolution. Back in February last year. It was truly amazing.
Commemoration.
Yes.
I'm loving that everything is jumping out to you, that you're actually getting those, as you said, things that may not be in the curricula but are very relevant to Trinidad and Tobago, not just you as an Afro-Trinidadian. So that's beautiful. Zakia, it must fill you with immense pride in hearing the results of this actually taking shape, that he's fully grasping some things that in other ways may not have come to him. So you guys are doing an exceptional job. I have to congratulate you again. I'm excited and I'm not even part of the competition.
So what I want to suggest, I watch you all the time, and I saw that you all did this amazing, what you would call it, competition. Well, to try out to the people questions about African history, and you all gave them a book as a gift.
Right.
So I want to suggest that we offer copies of our African history, the manual that we have prepared for the students. And therefore, you can perhaps use it maybe to do the same kind of interaction with the public, see questions from the booklet, or I can give you some of the questions that we have been using in the quiz.
Nice.
And persons can get copies of this booklet, which will be very useful for them and for their children.
It
absolutely
agree.
A wide range of topics, and it would be a great, it's just a recommendation, an offer, so it's up to you to decide if you think it's a good one.
Well, consider it done. As much as you were making the recommendation, and of course we have producers that we need to talk to, we are seeing no real reason that it can't happen. It's very timely, as we're going to continue the discussions to encourage.
I'll send some copies, and if you want me to help with the questions, I can, because I've been doing hundreds of questions for this competition, so that you all can select. Yes.
We absolutely will. We always are in contact, and we'll continue to do that as we continue to share the knowledge and the opportunities within our African History Month celebrations. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Zakia Umwana-Wadada, the Executive Chair of the Emancipation Support Committee of Trinidad and Tobago, and to Mr. Delani Knight, Team Captain, current competitor, and male student at the Sawa Secondary School. Congratulations on a job well done thus far. And again, we continue the celebrations. I know Ruckus has something smug to say, so we take a break and come back with more after this.
I was just going to say I really enjoyed seeing the joy on Delani's face when he was talking about it. Like, you could tell he was really happy to learn about, aspects of his history that wasn't in school, that wasn't taught in school. Yeah, he was genuine about it. I love that. Take a break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
It's 400 years.